Hi, everyone. Thank you for hitting the like button as you came in. I appreciate that. I'm out here having a lazy day in the garden. Figure I can get low down to the ground and get some stuff over here done, but not doing much of anything at all. Um, but I'm out here. It feels good to let the sun beam down on me. And while I'm sitting down, I can still be cleaning my garden bed some more because it ain't a whole lot to do. I ain't even got to get up to do it. So you say I can come out here and talk to y'all for a little bit and do this at the same time and getting some sun. Because right now I'm still putting the mulch layer. I'm still putting the mulch layer in my garden bed. And I'm still thinking I want to build it up just a little bit higher than this because right now it ain't exactly waist high. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to see. I'm just looking at it and I had a dream. I had a dream of what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do in the garden. Um, so we gonna see how it turn out. That's what we gonna do. And I know y'all can't see what I'm doing over here, but on the ground over here, I'm trying not to shift y'all around and stuff. But you can see right here where you see all these weeds at right here. These are actually garden beds that's got soil in them and everything. And right now I'm breaking, rebuilding a bed. Well, actually two beds at the same time, and breaking down three garden three garden beds at the same time. So there you go. And y'all have to excuse. I have neighbors that you can hear. So in this garden bed, I had on the top layer. I usually try to add a layer of mulch on the top of it so that when you add the layer of mulch on it, it kind of stop a lot of weeds and stuff from growing in your garden. So what I first did is rake the top of the mulch off the top of this soil that I'm retrieving and putting it in here in the mulch layer that's already in the garden bed. Let me show y'all the mulch, the garden bed. I showed it yesterday in that live, but this the garden bed we're working on right now. So it turn y'all all upside down and everything to show y'all what's going on. So and all at the same time I'm being very picky because I don't wanna put no more weed seeds and all of that stuff in with my, you can stop them from growing, but you don't want to add none on purpose to what you got going on. So that's all. Stay hydrated. Okay, y'all, and at the same time that I'm gonna retrieve this soil, hold on, y'all, I'm coming. Okay, at the same time, I'm retrieving this soil. A lot of it I'm picking up, getting up off of the ground and putting in these flower pots right here. Because then I'm also going to line these in places up here on this top. Because y'all know everything back in the back died, so I don't have any okra or whatever. So I'm trying to grow some before the season is out. So as I'm filling up these with my soil from out of these bins, I'm, I'm killing two birds with one stone. Um, by putting, and I already got probably about 15 pots already filled with soil in them already. And we'll see how that work out later. But this is what I'm putting my soil in for right now. Hello, you all that just coming in. I would really appreciate it if you can hit the like button if you like. And see, sometimes you're getting pieces in it like this right here, and nothing but a bunch of weeds. Hey y'all, I didn't see y'all come in. I'm sorry, I ain't even speak. Let me see who Savannah. Hey Savannah, how you doing? It's been a minute. I said, hey Gamma's World. Good to see y'all. This I don't even know what time of day it is, but hey y'all. Pretty Brown, hi. I'm glad to be smiling. um, just point blank period. I'm glad to be smiling. I'm trying to move myself around, so you know I can keep a smile on my face. Sitting on the inside and just sitting around and doing nothing, it don't work. Hey Brown Eyes, it's really good to see you too. Hey, Mods is in here today. How y'all doing this day? What y'all learned good today? Tell me something good. Hey sis, how you doing? I was thinking about y'all last night, wishing I was at that football game that I seen online. uh, but yeah, what y'all learned good today? Why y'all cause I know one of y'all went to service today, bedside Baptist something. What y'all learned good? I ain't found nothing to talk about, y'all. I told y'all I just came on here because I wanted to come out here in the garden and do something, but I don't want to do too much because this ain't like this not a work day for me. I just like coming out here in the garden, and it's a place for me to be able to come and escape. So I'm out here in the garden and I'm trying to figure out what y'all got to talk about today. And when I tell y'all it is hot out this door, it is very hot out here. It is hot out here, but I got me a I got me a good old handy dandy umbrella. And y'all know how we say we get some man you nigger rig. Well, I done nigger rig me a umbrella and a piece of some garden tools and all of that there stuff. And I done fix me an umbrella so I got a little bit of shade over the top of my head because this sun out here ain't playing with no folks on this day. But yes, this sun is sunny today. It definitely is. Uh, Child, I learned how to drive the Gainesville. You done dropped my bag. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll say about that is, I know that's sad of letting go all at the same time, but it's also a new beginning. And I don't have a whole lot to say about that because I already prayed about that situation, and I said what I said already to Miss Lady. So good luck to her. I know she gonna have a good time. She's a smart girl, very very smart. Shalissa say I went to Bedside Baptist today, and the word I got was trust that God got you covered. He didn't bring me this far to leave me. Thank you for sharing that part of your of your sermon, Shalissa. I received that. Yes, ma'am. I got a sheet over my car and giving it some shade, but I gotta get something to stop it from blowing off. Girl, you better get you a staple gun or something like that. You see how I staple these sheets? Everybody using sheets for whatever. It's like I don't care too much for when you get when you buy a bed sheet set. Nobody ever wants to use the sheets. We don't ever use the sheets, so I just like keep them all of the sheets, not the fitted sheet part of it. All of the sheets are still like brand new. It's only like a couple of them we ever used before, but nobody ever wants to use the sheet. It's like, what the heck is this right here? So, um, we just kind of accumulate them, and so now I'm putting them to work. Miss Coffee, how you doing? Miss Coffee's garden over there looking so good. Y'all, I said I ain't got nothing really to talk about. Y'all know how we do. We come over here and start babbling on and everything, and then we come up with some kind of conversation or whatever. But I just wanted to come out here and go live and dig in this soil, get some progress towards my you know, getting my bed up and moving. Try to lay with the sheets on top of my comforter because I be hot. I like a comforter, but I just I can't. I don't know why. What it is about the sheets? Maybe because I didn't. We didn't. Well, in the beginning, before my mom moved out of her apartment or whatever, we were required to keep the sheets and stuff on the bed. But I was like maybe 9 years old at that time. And then when we moved in with somebody else, it's like all that went to hell or whatever. And so the only thing was on the fitted sheet. Then it was times when there wasn't no sheet on the bed or whatever. So it's like now it's like, but I require my kids to keep a sheet on the bed to change their sheets and all of that stuff right there. But just when you didn't grow up that way, it is what it is. It changed into whatever. So now, nobody wants to use the fitted sheet. So we figure out other ways to use it. um, so, anyways, yes, it do be getting hot. Still living life is life. Miss Coffee. Yes, you either can lay down and cease to exist, or you can not. And what I'm having to get up and choose every day is some of the hardest. You you know some people play too much. Anyway, let me carry. I can't believe what I just saw. Okay then. I ain't gonna even share. But anyways, what I'm having to deal with is a hard struggle for me is things that you can't do nothing about. You don't have no control over it, but it still be bothering the hell out of you. It's like you can't. So it's like now I'm like in a process of trying to figure out how to move around and also not be mad with people for the decisions that they make that is best for them, no matter whether you like it or not. um I'm trying to learn how to do that. So yeah, life still be life. Miss Coffee, I understand you more than, and you know what, we don't be speaking a whole lot, but then when we do say something to each other, it's almost like, and I'm surrounded by a lot of people that's like that. Some of the same stuff that I've been going through. And Miss Coffee, you already know that we know there's one process that we've been going through and we see eye to eye in those situations. um yeah, more and more and more. They just keep on coming. um, my other sister, pretty love you, baby. Oh yeah, okay then. My oh my goodness. All right, Miss Coffee. So y'all see what Miss Coffee said. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all put our sister, lift her up and her family in your prayers. Cause she definitely be over there putting them down for us. Y'all have to hear Miss Coffee over there when she be saying her prayers over us. And you all that's in here, the numbers don't be numbering. So if you don't mind, can you please hit the like button? It's seven of y'all. It's seven of y'all in here, and I have 4 likes. Come on, don't do a sis like that. And one of these days, I'm gonna get real consistent. I asked God this morning. I said, when am I gonna be able to be consistent? I ain't trying to force it. But in the times that I feel like on go, and it's like right now is one of those times where I feel like I'm on go because I'm trying to move around things that I have no control over. And there's other things that I do have control over. So the things that I can control, those are the things that I'm working on. And I'm saying that to y'all, and I might need y'all to repeat that to me one day. So whoever is here and can hear me say that, I'm saying it to you that sometimes you have to move around the things that you cannot control and go to the things that you can control until that other stuff get itself figured out. It's like there's a lot of things that's going on in this world. We don't have no control over the things that's going on in this world. It don't mean we ain't there to do it, but how can we change it? We can be one person and do it and tell it to somebody else and teach somebody else how to do it. But you can't when you outnumbered and everything, you have to basically what I'm saying, y'all know, you have to pick your battles. That's the simplest way to say it. I be going around and around in a circle babbling on, but you have to pick your battles. So so that's what I'm doing right now. So this is something that I enjoy doing. And y'all know I broke away from it in a time. Gardening is just like that. Sometimes it's like it bring you so much joy and you can't stay away from it. But then there's times that things you going through in your life is like overwhelming. And so you have to step away from those things. Hey, Tara Wallace. Thank you for joining us. And you all, please don't forget to hit the like button if you don't mind when you come in. And we just having regular old conversation. Y'all can put in the chat something y'all want to talk about, and we'll hit on it and we'll keep on having a conversation on it. I'm just out here. I'm like I'm talking on the telephone to y'all. That's what we doing right now. But yeah, I'm learning how to pick my battles right now and the things that I can't control. Then I ain't trying. I'm not trying to control them. Some of them very sad about, but others, I can't do nothing. I can't switch it up. I can't make them want it. I wish I could. You ever see things happening for people and you just wish you can make them. I'm gonna make you do this, and you can't do it. Yeah, it'd be just like that. Miss Coffee said, "Yep, she got lost in the garden 5 hours yesterday. Amended 35 buckets." It's just like that. I'm telling you, if you got something that's weighing on you heavy or whatever, it, people don't be believing. You don't think that a garden help you out in those situations like that. I'm telling you, a garden is therapeutic. Grow some stuff that you like. Okay, I always start with this right here. A lot of people go to the store, you get tomatoes, you make salad and stuff like that. It don't take a whole lot. Get you some tomatoes, some seeds from out of the tomatoes, and start to grow your own. Even if you just growing like 6 tomato plants at one time, and that's the only thing you growing by yourself. I guarantee if you started, gardening will change your life. I'm telling you, it will. There's times that I get to places where I didn't, I come to places that sometimes the longest I've been able to stay away from my garden was for 3 months. And that was only because I was 2 hours away from home for 3 months. So I didn't have a choice but to stay. But then I really didn't stay away from it for that long because where I was starting to regrow stuff already. So then when I did return home, I already had my little plugs or whatever that I can put into the ground. So every it's like I have to garden everywhere I go. If I go somewhere, I like to see the people's garden wherever I go. Gardening is therapeutic. And some people say, I don't know how to do this and I don't know how to do this. I keep coming on here telling these people, I ain't no dang on professional. I don't know how to grow all of this dang on stuff, but it sure don't stop me from trying. And anyways, when you go to the grocery store and you buy stuff from the store, anything that you buy, the fresh vegetable section or where your fruits are, and it got seeds in it, you already got some seeds. Just pluck the seeds out of the things you already buy. You already done spent your money on it. Why not try to grow it and see, why not get your seeds from out of there and try to grow it? You can make all the mistakes you want to. Better yet, why don't you take the seeds out of it and just go around to a place on the side of your house where the rainwater drip off your roof or whatever and rake the seeds down on the ground. When you walk around that corner one day and you see that junk done grew and you got something growing down there, gonna change your life. I'm trying to tell you. Don't say Shauna didn't warn you. I'm telling you, gardening is contagious. And once you get in it, just like Miss Coffee said, you can get in your garden and you can be lost for 5, 6 hours, and you ain't went nowhere but just out and digging in the soil, and that's it. And you feel good about it. I learned that the bins I had my potatoes in is some great soil to plant in after you dig out the potatoes. I planted some other stuff in the soil, and they sprouted up like the next day. Did you have any potatoes in there, Shalissa? I dumped potatoes today, not one in it. I was shocked. All this dirt going outside tomorrow. I dumped everything but a spinach plant, even the aloe. I need a reset. Well, Miss Coffee, that's what you do. When it didn't work this time, then try something else. Look up your potatoes and see the things that the potatoes require, and go and get you some stuff to amend your soil with that you grow those things with, because it could have been lacking in potassium or calcium that you didn't get any potatoes. I'm not sure, but But I tell y'all, I just amend my soil and I just be planting stuff. And when I plant something and it don't look like it did the first time, like I tried to go or it's looking funny or whatever, I come right on here and hit me a little button and ask questions. Whatever stupid question that some people will say pop up in my mind when I got a question about what I got going on out in my garden. I ain't gotta ask it to no real person. I come right on here on YouTube and type it in. What's wrong with my plant? It look like this, this, and this, or Google or whoever you go to. Go and type it in and ask them and tell them what your plant look like and what's wrong with it. And sometimes they kick out to you and tell you what's wrong with your plant. A lot of the times, the time, the stuff that I be growing has got a lot to do with nitrogen. So but I ain't really had no problem. And I'm telling you, I'm not no pro. But I be trying to grow some stuff all at the same time. And I'm telling I don't know if I want to brag right now at this time or say anything slick because um I might get caught slipping on my pimping. But anyways, the past couple of days, oh yes I can. I can go on here and brag. I'm thinking down the line. The way I like to think about it is if something happened today and you didn't have no food nowhere else, would you be able to live off of what you already have at home without having to go to the grocery store at least for 2 or 3 days? Could you or would you have enough stuff to make it? And when I can look around my yard and say, okay, we don't have no more mangoes, child. The mango tree is empty. And we ain't got now another mango on there. Every now and then we get a stray that fall off that tree. And baby, when that stray fall off that tree, um, it's a goner, So every now and then you'll get one that, fall off of there that we ain't necessarily see when we was harvesting them or whatever. So we ain't got no mangoes. But at this time, we got we done harvested 10 pineapple so far. And we still probably got about 6 or 7 more in there, or possibly more than that. You can't even see. I see one that's starting to turn yellow right now. I have eggs that my chickens put out every day. I have plenty of chicken. I don't know how to clean them, but if anything happened, me and my family be able to eat. We got bananas. We have guavas, cat guavas. We ain't got the big guavas. We got a regular guava tree. But do you got enough stuff that you can be able to eat off of and not depend on somebody else? Oh, and we got pigs too. But the thing is do you have enough stuff to make it if anything happened? Preparations, folks. I got 2 months hands on and 2 months of wall buy bags packed. Alrighty then, Miss Coffee is on the road. Y'all go over and check Miss Coffee out because she plan a lot of stuff, but she do a lot of other different stuff that I do that I haven't learned how to do yet. And sometimes if I watch too many things and try to get ahead of myself, I get overwhelmed because I'm so anxious with trying to learn how to do those things. So again, that's another area, pick your battles. But I start feeling like there's a need to prep more and more and more. And I'm telling you, people, y'all ones that, well, I ain't gonna say y'all ones, I'm gonna say us ones that depend on these cell phones and everything for everything. I'm telling you to research and find you a different means of communication. Some good old walkie talkies will be good because the phone thing, well, we all gonna find out soon. Because I feel it will hit NY hard and first. Y'all over there, Miss Coffee. Y'all the stumping ground for let's try it over here first. They all, and that's just the true, honest feeling that I feel is every time NY is the place to be watching because it's like the place that tells you what's getting ready to trickle down around the world. It's like you see it over there, and then okay, here they come with the BS now. Here they come with it. So Hmm. Yep. They gonna try it over there. Didn't y'all do the they did the power, y'all had the power outage over there too, didn't y'all? Where was that power outage at? And it turned the whole place dark. And not to be scaring nobody or no nothing, but if you prepare for it now and you ready later on, you'll be, you're gonna be okay. And not necessarily, we all think and we all want to have power, but y'all know we got parents and stuff that knew how to live without this kind of stuff. Back in the days they ain't have no electricity and stuff the way that we got electricity and stuff these days. And so sometimes we need to learn how to live. We need to learn how to live without some of that stuff. Like some of this stuff, like I be looking at them. Like my husband got the lanterns from back in the day where they can turn them up and turn them down and all that. He still got old lanterns like that right there and everything. But then when you think about it, you be laughing about that. So we got that old stuff sitting around or whatever. Mm-mm. Honey, that old stuff is the stuff that, you know, you may have to learn how to go back to using that good old box fan when you ain't got no power, because you don't want your generator, if you don't got the right kind of generator, you know, you, you, you gonna, it's other things you're gonna need to use your generator for besides trying to run your AC unit. You might have to go back to the box fan days, when the fan used to be sitting in the window humming and all of that stuff. That right there. Um, Rising Listeria cucumbers on recall, belly meat recall. Y'all better pay attention. You see, Miss Coffee just gave y'all a whole bunch of information. And Miss Coffee, all of that stuff that you just named right there is all stuff that I don't mm, that's why I don't be messing with the stuff in the store. It's like everything, I be so skeptical of everything. And then do y'all ever think about that back in the days that all this stuff that they got going on right now, like our parents and stuff ate everything and anything. Not our parents, but like back, I'm talking about back in the days. I'm gonna say this about like my grandma age, your 80s and stuff like that. Back in their days, they could eat everything. I remember my grandma, everything she cooked, they had something to do with some pork or whatever. My grandma is up there in age, up there in age. And she ate everything in the book. Where is all of this stuff come from that's popping up now? So it make it hard to trust anything. Make it hard to trust anything. Medications, food, and you already know people be on the list anyway. So, um, mm, we live it absolutely, but some of us we don't see the progress of, well, a lot of them ain't paying attention to the progress of like how things are really going, and everything is so crazy in this world. And one of the messed up things is they be trying to prevent us from talking about some of those things. And why is that? Why they be trying to get us to be quiet about things? But see, I'm used to that right there. Is how even they try to change the way that you say things on here. Um, you got to say different words and all of that stuff. You can't say any of the stuff really. Well, you can say it, but you ain't gonna they ain't gonna want to pay you nothing for saying it however you want to say it or whatever. They try to control your speech. And back in the day, you used to be able to say whatever it is that you want to say. Now everything got to, and like I said, you still can say whatever it is that you want to say. You just, when you trying to do something or run a business, you got to do things different. But some of the stuff you have to be careful of what you telling somebody how to do things on here. They don't want you to tell nobody this stuff. Like they don't. I've had people before telling me to stop telling people to grow the stuff in their food. They need to figure it out their own self. And I'm just like, well, them the kind of people right there. You know that you don't share no information or no nothing with nobody. It's like, and I don't want to keep it all to myself, because then if you know you keep it all to yourself and something do happen, the people who don't know, they coming to look for the people who are prepared, because everybody got to eat some kind of way. And I always be trying to grow more than what I should grow, because um you know, I like to share. I like to share from time to time, but um prepare people. I can get lost in that conversation. Welcome back, Gamma. It's coming from all the things they are putting, all the things they put in there. If you hear some of these stories about the stuff that they allowed to feed the animals and stuff now, they're allowed to feed the pigs plastic now, little plastic pebbles or whatever. Even though we don't really do pork like that here. We got pigs. I never think to get them feed them plastic so it can make their stomach feel full. And I guess it do cut down on the fat or whatever. But what's in that plastic that's being absorbed into the pigs as they do that? And then is these pigs and cows and stuff real, or is they making them in a lab or whatever? Let me shut up for I be done got jacked up over here, because you already know I don't know what I be saying, and then you just see um I ain't got no time for it. Yeah. So y'all understand what we putting down. The only people you really can trust for you and your family is yourself. But why could our grandparents and stuff eat all of the stuff that they have, and they don't have any of the issues and stuff that we have? And that's why I don't trust nobody. Look at, and Gamma, I know you love watermelon. Have you keep seeing all these videos and stuff with these watermelon that's blowing bubbles? And Shalissa, you very, very right about that. We ain't so free if you can't say what you want to say. And look, if it's the fan, the government can take your stuff. So you need a hidden stash too. Yeah, what they say, the Lord giveth and the government taketh away. That's what they say. All the things they give animals is the reasons why I'm pescatarian. Okay, then. Gamma, pescatarian. I think I might know what it means, and I ain't even finna say that. Is that like when you just eat fish or whatever? Tell me what that means, Gamma. Yes, I seen those with. Yeah, and I'm scared of them. And my kids like watermelon, and I don't too much buy them from the stores, and so that's what keep me pushing on. I got two of my watermelon plants came up that I planted, and I planted like 12 of them. So in my mind, I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and stick some more in the ground just in case I don't see those other ones come up. But every time I do that, then the other ones start popping up as soon as I plant some other ones. But I'm gonna be safe and not sorry, and try and get my kids some watermelon to grow in this season. But it is what it is. It really don't matter to me. Is I got the seeds and stuff right now that I'm sticking them in the ground and trying to see. But yeah, I'm scared of this stuff that they got at the store. And then um we got some peaches and some plums from the store. And in both of them, my husband was cutting open one of them to give to the the grandbaby. And when he cut it open, the fruit rotting from the seed out. It was rotting from inside out. And it was like he cut a peach and a plum open, and they both were the same way. It's like I don't, yeah, just it ain't right. It ain't right no more. It ain't right. It ain't right. No, I haven't. Hey, Korean. No, I haven't seen blowing watermelon bubbles. Korean, look it up and you will see what I'm talking about. And let me tell you something about those bubbling watermelon. It's a couple of videos on here where they saying if you see that happening, you better get that watermelon outside of your house. There's one video, there's a couple of videos I seen, right? This one video, this couple had the watermelon there inside of the house, and it kept bubbling like that. And somebody told them to get the watermelon out of the house because it's going to explode, and saying it means it has maggots on the inside of it. They took it outside and put it in the garbage can and closed the lid on the garbage can after shaking it up, and it blew. They say it blew up. I didn't see any pictures of the garbage can, but they say it blew out the side of the garbage can when it exploded. And when they went to go and look out there, it had maggots everywhere outside of the house. But then I had another one that somebody had it in their house, and then they took it outside and set it on the ground, and then they touched it, and then when it exploded, it had maggots everywhere. So no, I've been hearing the stories about this watermelon and stuff, and then that they have the watermelons and you get them, and then the skin is peeling off of them or whatever. But then I heard them say that the reason the skin is peeling off of them because they refrigerated them and they got too cold or whatever. I don't know. All of that stuff is creepy to me because growing up, I never seen, as much as I hated watermelon back then, because I done tried it every way, which way that I can. I don't like no watermelon. But I never, ever, growing up, have I saw. I gotta watch out for these little noises, these lizards crawling around, and they sound a lot like snakes. And y'all know, I ain't got it. But um, I've never seen a watermelon bubble up and foam to the outside growing up, and I never seen a watermelon where the skin, the green part of the watermelon, is rolling off like like a little paper tattoo or something. You get out the Cracker Jack box or something. Yeah, that stuff that's not normal. So, um, and look if it's all the things they give animals and others. Okay, I read that. Yeah, look that up, Korean, and you will see them watermelon video. Okay, then. So some people. Oh, and also there's a video of where they cut the watermelon open, and the watermelon is like rubber. It's like rubber on the inside. I never seen that before either. I never heard of that. That's weird. And they tell you very much public knowledge. I was shocked. We've been telling these people now we have to surrender. All right, now, yes, ma'am. Mushy. We just bought a watermelon and it had like little eyes. Ooh, little eyes on them. It looked weird. Then the next day it started getting more on it. Oh, oh, hell no. Like eyes like on potatoes or something like that. What in the heck? Yeah, they do explode. I know they do explode, but yeah, y'all be careful with those watermelon. Bought a watermelon and peaches from a local farmer. Both were mushy. Oh man. And that's too. They had a like I be watching that kind of stuff here, but they had did an investigation here in Orlando one time, and the investigation was the farmers market. So you go over to the farmers market and you think you buying stuff that people growing local, um, and you paying this extra price and stuff for this locally grown stuff. Um, Only to find out when they doing the recording and the investigation that there's actually trucks coming there and they getting deliveries from trucks the day before and everything. So even with that, you can't even trust the farmers market no more these days. I think the best way that you can even trust somebody is like you go to like a place, the actual place where they grow those things where you can physically see them growing or whatever, and then you buy from like those type of people or whatever. But in my opinion, you getting whatever you getting. You actually don't know because you ain't the one who made whatever it is that you going to buy. You don't know what. And then that's the reason why they created recalls and everything. Hell, you can be done 850 of the things that they done recall before the recall come out, and somebody already done been the victim before the recall came out. Again, you can't trust what it is that somebody else is putting out there. Yeah, just can't. And it just is what it is. The store is not like it used to. It's like they creating things to creating ways for them to make more money, like they all working together to make sure they can keep us at the doctors and all of that stuff. I say I need to move to one of those places where you ain't got to pay the doctor no nothing that come out of your taxes or whatever, like Holland or somewhere like that right there, where there's no incentive to do X, Y, and Z. Medical is free and all of that stuff. This is crazy. But let me see what I would about watermelon and peaches from A. It was mushy. Lizards are taking over. Absolutely, the lizards taking over. Look at them lizards that they got in Vero, and then it was on the news the other day. I've been talking to y'all about those big lizards. I said the lizards starting to look like snakes around, in this area. It was on the news the other day that that the lizards that look like iguanas and stuff, they're migrating back towards this way. They are right on the edge of Central Florida. So I told y'all they coming. Um, I don't know what I don't know what we gonna have going on over here. Um, another recall on smoked fish. You can't listen. Then too, you can go fishing and catch your own fish. And sometimes you catch your own fish and find out they say this water was contaminated, and then crazy. Everything is going haywire and crazy now. Cause a cured patient is a lost customer. The way the hospital is getting all the money. Okay. And then it don't matter. It don't matter what you do. You can go there with anything. You always gonna leave there with some kind of prescription or something that they pushing or whatever. And for a long time, I didn't know that. Let me tell y'all something. See, I be getting to places where I just be starting talking. I don't be paying attention because I don't know. I don't know what all the rules is, and I don't got time to be going every which way and find out what the rules is. Thank the Lord, I've been good enough so far that I haven't did and said anything that crossed the line for them to uh demonetize me. Well, I got a warning before, but nothing over the top or whatever. But I don't know the rules, and I haven't had time, and I ain't gonna even say I ain't had time. I don't be on there trying to read and trying to figure out all of that different stuff. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. But I know it's some things they don't want you to say on here. They don't want you to talk about or whatever, and you be giving misinformation. Listen, I ain't trying to. Yes, let me not even make up anything. Listen, I'm just telling you, you can believe it or not if you want to. You can choose to do something about it, or you can choose not to do nothing about it. Well, I told you that I'm in a place of the things that I can't control. I ain't worried about it, and the things I can. I'm gonna work on those things right there. So I can't control what you do inside of your house and what you don't do inside your house. You know that saying, what they say, what you eat don't make me shit. All I can do is try to give you the information. That's it. That's all. You ain't gotta want it. But do you know of a natural antibiotic? Korean, I watched something about making the antibiotics. I seen somebody make a video. I've been actually looking into that. Um and I can't even tell you what video it was. But if I think about it again, I'll tell you about it at another time. But if you do know of any, then let us know. But I have actually been watching stuff like that because I always thought about um what if none of this stuff, like we don't have this stuff, is like, even if we don't need it right now at this time, because clearly we ain't at that space yet. But those are things like we need to be like, if we dealing with it now and we teaching it to our kids and stuff, then they'll know what to do later on our time. Because I almost feel like this is going, whatever's happening right now, it's going to affect us a little bit, but it's going to affect our kids more than it's going to affect us, because they supposed to be here longer than we are. So, but that's another good thing, like, to look into. There's a lot of people that's into medicinal growing and stuff like that right there. So, gardening don't just have to be that you growing plants or whatever. I mean, it's all kinds of different needs in different areas. So, um, that's true. A pool of everything. Yeah, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Exactly. They give you all these meds and they are not cured. Mm-mm. Nothing at all. Every time you go there, you go to some kind of if you go to an emergency room or whatever, you're gonna leave there with some kind of. I never knew back in the days until I was driving patients and stuff like that. I never knew that um you actually have like people from those companies like go to doctor's office and stuff and actually sit in there and ask them to promote their medicine. I didn't know that that's the way that it worked like that. You live long enough and you learn, and then you start seeing those things happen. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell that, but yeah, you get those people that representatives go to doctor's office and stuff and sit in there and talk to those people and make deals with them or whatever to push their meds or their samples or whatever. So, anyways, y'all, I'm gonna leave that alone. Y'all, I gave y'all a little bit of information. Y'all go and pull it up y'all own self to know yourself. You got people, scouts that go around and they want them to push X, Y, and Z. You know, you know how they do just like the street thing. They be out there working it. So you be out there long enough, you will see what they got going on. And y'all see, I had done started talking, and I wasn't shoveling no dirt. But I said that's what I came out here for, to talk to y'all. And oh, while I'm thinking about it, we watched the Did anybody ever watch a black girl missing, a kidnapping and an abduction at the HBCU? We talked about that like a week and a half ago. But then somebody told me to watch The Beekeeper. Who told me to watch The Beekeeper? Oh my God. Who told me to watch The Beekeeper? Somebody up in here told me to watch The Beekeeper. It was either Miss Coffee, um, ooh, get off of me, bud, or who told me to watch? Somebody told me to watch The Beekeeper. Yeah, okay, it was Miss Coffee. Let me tell y'all something. um, Absolutely, Korea. Dr. Will, absolutely. There you go. Okay, then y'all see what Korean said, so she knows something about that too. Um, okay, the so we went with last week. We talked about some different movies up in here. So somebody told me to watch. Miss Coffee told me to watch The Beekeeper. You talking about a good? That was a good movie. Let me tell you something. And I call a good movie is a movie that I can watch. And then my husband was over my shoulder watching me watch the movie that I watch. Cause see, I don't normally watch TV. So when y'all request a movie for me to watch or whatever, I put it on my laptop and then I plug in my headphones. And sometimes my headphones be so loud, it's like my husband can hear everything. It's just like he might as well be sitting there watching it. When I tell you this whole movie, he was like looking over my shoulder. Hey, rewind that for a minute. Let me see that. And so I was actually excited that I found a movie that I'm watching and he watching. Usually he find a movie and then I'll be interested in whatever movie he watching or whatever. But we don't watch the same kind of TV. He watched on westerns and all that, the cowboy movies and all that. I don't like that shit. But anyway, He was over my shoulder the whole time. Let me tell you something. This movie was so good, and I'll be trying not to give it away, the movie that we're talking about. But just think, like, it's something traumatic happened to this lady. She got scammed or whatever, and they messed with the wrong lady, because her friend came back through and he did the do. So I'm telling y'all, the beekeeper. And listen, some of that movie too, honey, I was like this right here. I couldn't watch it. So it's just like this. It's like very exciting, and it has a little bit of action packed area in there. Not too much, but when people doing something dirty, and they reap what they sow, but they reap it in a whole different way than what they sowed it. This was what this movie about. So those of you all have not seen The Beekeeper, listen, I went and I found it on YouTube. They actually have it was on MGM. There's an app called MGM that I found it on here. And I actually it was like a membership or something like that. Um I didn't pay for the membership. It was like a free trial. I took the free trial, and I got it gave you like 6 days or something like that. So I did the 6 days, and I just canceled it um before the 6 days was over with. But we actually watched the movie 3 times. So that's how good it was. You know how you go back and watch a movie and you see things that you didn't see before. But y'all, go and watch. That's a good Netflix and chill movie right there. um, yes, it was. Gamma, I'm glad you agree. It was a good movie. It was a good one. So y'all, you know what? Y'all give me some more movies or something to watch. I'm actually watching them. That's why I tell y'all. Y'all give me scriptures and stuff to read. I'm gonna write it down, and I'll go back. I'm gonna go and read it. I may not understand it, but I'll go and read it. Y'all are helping me right now. You just don't even know. Well, Miss Coffee, I'm glad. I'm glad it is. You know that we be talking about something. We be over here with that babbling, and I feel like ain't there's nothing really happening. I just feel like we talking. But it always feel good to just be babbling on about something, and then everybody getting whatever it is that they need out of that babbling on, and none of us don't know each other's business or know nothing. We just talking, and it's working itself right on out. I still have to watch The Beekeeper. Oh, okay then. So you watched so Gamma, you watched an abduction at a HBCU. Shout out to all these new college students that start in college and everything. That's a good movie for you to watch. I don't care whether you went to a HBCU or a regular old college or whatever. If you're in college, that's a good movie for you to watch, because it's always people out there waiting to you know, get over on somebody. And just as simple as things happen in that movie, it can happen as simple as that. And you know, y'all be aware of the things and the people that's around you. Point blank, period. Yes, it's about them hackers. Yes, a lesson for seniors too. Absolutely. The beekeeper is something too. Is this lady in there, she was questioning something that she was doing on the computer, and she questioned it and felt like she should not do it, but she went on ahead and went past her first judgment of what she should do. So the beekeeper is absolutely another a good movie to let your older parents and stuff like that watch those kind of movies and stuff, so they can be aware that this stuff is really out here happening for real, just like that. So yeah, I don't watch TV either. Everything that I watch is either it's on my phone, or it's something that it's on YouTube, or it's something somebody suggested um that I watch. And honey, I know right from the get-go when a movie come on, just like I told you when y'all first suggested that I watch I tried to look up the one about the HBCU. I tried to look it up on YouTube, but when you looked it up on YouTube, it play a movie, but it don't play the right movie. It play a different movie. So I watched another movie, and I think that thing, it was like a some seasons or something. It was like Pride or something. This kind of was like the story of Miss You know the lady at Sweetie Pies. They had their own show. She was like one of the icons or whatever. Y'all know. It's kind of like they was telling that story. It had Stephanie Mills in it, but that was a good movie, but it wasn't what I was looking for. And I was like, wait a minute, well, when the kidnapping gonna happen? Because this movie is not making no sense. But I think that movie was called Pride. That was also a good one too. But I think it's like Seasons or whatever. So that's another one if y'all like to possibly try that out. But see y'all with y'all, I'm just like I am on the telephone. I get on the telephone and I be like stuck. I be stuck in one place or whatever. I be like, I can't talk and work at the same time. I don't be knowing what kind of route is that? Nothing that I was trying to go for real that I think. Yeah, y'all go and watch that movie. What other good movies y'all know of? I need me a movie to watch today. Cause after I finish digging in this dirt, I gotta find me something to watch after I get my shower. After I get my shower and let this water run on my head. That's one thing I love about being natural. That I can go in there and I can wash my hair every single day if I want to. Cause I remember the days. See, I'm a snorer. I snore when I say snow, but it's snore. I snore when I sleep, right? And my husband said, when you get your hair done, that's back when I had a perm and all of that good stuff. He said, when you go and get your hair done, he said, you don't snore. He said, you don't hear a peep out of you. Because you be trying to lay on that head in a way that you don't be messing up that hair and stuff like that. So you sleep different. Honey child, I'm so over that right there. I don't care about none of that stuff. I done had 2,550 different hairdos over in my lifetime. And I ain't anxious by no means to go and do nothing except for throw some braids up in there. And I can't even keep them in my head for a long period of time. So, um, yeah, I love being able to go and stick my head up under that water. Cause if you got a perm, that water, y'all know how I go. Okay, so y'all, while I'm sitting here talking to y'all, I filled up two of these so far with soil. Or did I do three? I think I did two. Y'all, huh? It's all right. Throw them inside this bed right here. You got the right idea with your own brothers. Thank you. Ooh, that's why I lock. Oh, you got your hair locked, Miss Coffee? I don't even think I ever paid attention to that. Yeah, my hair was locked up. My hair was down to my butt. And then just one day, I woke up and I'm like, I'm going to cut it. And literally, that's what I did. I got up one day and I cut it. And then everybody says, like, wait a minute, you cut your dreads off? And then I cut my dreads off, and literally 3 days after I finished taking my dreads out, I went and got weave braid, put it in my hair. My husband say, "So let me understand this. You just had hair down to your ass, and you went and cut your real hair off to go to the store and buy some fake hair and put it in your head." He say, "Nah, that don't make no sense, not at all," and he walked away. You know, and when he was saying it, try to go on head on. But then when you look back at it and you're like, oh, that do sound kind of crazy, don't it? That do sound kind of crazy. Yeah, and then too now I be like Miss Coffee, I be thinking about locking my hair back up. I actually tried it once before, but it took me a long time because my hair is not like a I got that nappy hair, but I ain't got like that nappy hair that like a stay locked up. Like I can't use no product or no nothing. It just like they'll keep unraveling no matter what they do. One time I had my hair locked up for 6 months and it still was not locked up. It is soon as I went to go and wash it after 6 months, it just washed right and loose. It's like the texture of my hair is just like I don't know. It's like it's like that hair that when it get wet, it's like baby hair, but then when it's dry, when you got that hair loose and it's like the afro on your head, it's like that real ninja stuff. I call it that police hair that pull up and park anywhere it want to park at. That right there. Yes, under the shower, free. That's what I like. I love being able to stick my head up under the shower, even if I'm not putting any shampoo or anything in it. I just like to stick my head up under the shower. Period. I just do. Whew, this sun is coming for me. Thank you, Lord, for this here umbrella that's working for me and protecting me from some of this here sun while I want to be out here in it, but not fully in it. Name one. Pretty Brown. I meant Brown Eyes, not Pretty Brown. Brown Eyes. Name one of the movies. I be scared of some of those movies like that right there too. It make me have anxiety. But if it be a good one, I watch it. I just don't. But wait a minute, those the ones be about them zombies and stuff. If it's about the zombie, I know I ain't gonna watch it. I don't do nothing that like no scary movie. If it's like a scary movie, I ain't gonna do it. I remember back in the days, my sister used to be watching stuff about the Illuminati and stuff like that. That stuff used to creep me out back in the days. And now, like when she used to talk about it back then, I just didn't really think that it was like, it didn't sound believable. Like I just can't believe people be doing stuff like that. Only to get to this place this day and no, they actually out there doing it. So yeah, that's yeah. Now my eyes are opening. I'm like, I wish I couldn't see it. And now she ain't. She's into it, which is Shalissa. She into it, but she ain't into it like she used to be no more. But it's like it's way worse than when she used to try to talk to me about it. But also when she was trying to talk to me about it back in the days, I was like already had doing going through like with some mental issues for myself, and so to talk about those things was like, girl, I'm already having my own situation and stuff going on. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear nothing about those stuff like that right there. So every time she would try to talk to me back then, in those days about that kind of stuff, I'll be like, no, ma'am. So she used to be heavy into that Illuminati stuff. Honey, I can't do it. Them folks have too much stuff going on for me. And I'm sorry, y'all, the way I got this camera turned, but that's where I get to see my yeah. And then I be trying not to dig into it too much now, but you don't, these days you don't have no choice because yeah, they talking about it everywhere. And when you watch, when YouTube is your TV, you ain't got no choice but to see it because they talking about it all over YouTube, and that's how I be watching too. So it come through my feed, and so I hear about it a lot. And y'all know once that whole Diddy situation happened, child, please. And once that came out, it seemed like everybody stuff started trying to come out the woodworks. Y'all, I'm a little bit paranoid because yesterday I was out here, and y'all know a snake came and visited me while I was up there yesterday, out here doing this stuff. Y'all, the way that I'm doing my garden right now, hopefully, I'm gonna be so excited when I finally get this done because I think I'm gonna be really, 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 really excited about what I saw in my dream and how I want my garden to be. So I'm on working my way up to getting what it is that I saw. Ooh, and I got so many sweet potato slips everywhere. So what y'all cooking for dinners today? What's for dinner? Um, and you said yes, it is about zombies. Oh Lord, Black Summer, World War Z, and Walking Dead. I feel like that's how it's gonna be one day. That's how I think. Ooh, hopefully, the good Lord will be done took me on the glory by the time, by the time we get there. You know, we already see a little inklings of it because you know that they was doing the. What about that time when they had when what it was when bath salt or whatever came out when you had them people was out there biting people and all of that stuff? When that stuff first came out, it's like that was the first inkling that I had. I was like, oh Lord, this really is going to happen. When they started with that, you know, them people was out there and it was real bad in like Miami and stuff like that. The people was walking around naked and stuff with no clothes on. I watch all those, and that's just what I feel the world is gonna come to, and I'm preparing for it. Child, you heard what I said. Hopefully, I'll be gone by then. uh, cause and I can kind of believe that something like that can happen, but I think it's gonna have something to do with just I don't know with all this crazy stuff they got. I'm cooking cabbage ribs and blueberry cornbread, something simple. Shoot, that don't sound simple. Mm. Well, so far, I got up this morning and I put on some turkey wings. I got them in there cooking, and I put some collard greens with some turkey butts in it. And then my daughter, she love to cook, so she in there begging me, can she cook yellow rice? So I'm gonna let her do the yellow rice, and then I don't know what else I'm gonna make after that point. Um, but that's what I got going so far. Um, but yeah, nice. And no dessert today. Yeah, makes coffee. I can't wait. It's like every day is, and I can tell you to come on here and record it on YouTube is like I'm paying attention to how it's changing up every single day out here in the garden. Every day as I go on, because you know sometimes you can be moving so fast and um you ain't really been paying attention. You moving, but you're not really paying attention to how things are changing as you moving around doing them. So with me recording it and seeing it for myself, it's like I went back to see what this looked like out here when I first came back and everything, and how the weeds and everything was growing everywhere, and how everything was in such disarray and everything. I done throwed a whole bunch of stuff away, trying to get some things organized and everything. It's so different. It's so different out here. During last Sunday, I put on some smoked turkey and had a stove. Oh, yeah, cause that those greases that be coming out of those turkeys is just like throwing some grease on the stove if it overboard. Yes, ma'am. Um, okay, Cameron, you can stop switching everywhere. I've been this place. I'm safe and I'm good and thankful. But Korean, this place is like you've moved somewhere else. You doing something different, and I'm glad to know that you good, whatever it is. Cause I think during this time, it be feeling like you be on the limb all by yourself. But I'm learning day by day that no matter what people faces look like and stuff, we all be going through some stuff. All of us. It's just some people carry it better than others do, and some just don't say nothing about um the things that they going through. But I'm learning more and more. You ain't never out there on the limb by yourself. It's always somebody else out there um going through whatever it is that you're going through, if not double what you're going through. Yep, my landlord put me in another nice apartment. Well, then that's hey, displaced and upgraded at the same time. Alrighty then, that's a win. And for y'all who don't know, yes, I'm lazy gardening today because usually on Sundays I'm not out here in the garden doing no heavy work or whatever. But I felt like coming out to the garden, so let me just continue on to get me to where it is that I want to be at. I'll start out tomorrow morning. So I just came out here to talk online with you all, but and yeah, that's good, Korean. That it's an inconvenience of a little bit, but you was upgraded all at the same time. And as long as it ain't cost you no inconvenience to cost you some more money, that's that's even better. Yeah, you hear them, and you know why they making that noise? Because they over there laying eggs. So I don't know. I guess they having an egg laying contest, and somebody egg look better than the other egg or whatever. So I don't know. And they hollering for me. I done laid the eggs over here. And the chickens be just like your children do. When you come out here in the morning time, then they be in there hungry. They all come running, piling up on top of each other at the fence or whatever. Um, yeah, go ahead, you good. Um, they all be piled up at that fence trying to trying to get them some food, and don't nobody be even on their way over there, but they all be piled up over there, and the babies don't look like babies no more. They all getting really big. Uh, Shay, y'all wouldn't even know her if I had just showed her to y'all to see what she looked like now. She big. Yep, they be having the egg laying contest over there. With all that noise they be making. All right, folks. Don't start. Yes, they be over there thinking one egg is better than the other one. Hello everyone. Hey Tammy. Hope everyone is doing well on this beautiful day. Yes, it is a beautiful day. Um, um, but yeah, I'm just trying to put myself ahead, and then I'm gonna be in tune for tomorrow and come back and as this thing pull itself together. Every day I'm so excited about getting it back together because y'all know when I left it, and this thing looked at a hot mess when I came back to it. But you know, we getting ourselves back together over here. You know, we the high class gardeners over here, and as long as we continue to grow something and grow in some kind of way, you know, that's all that matters. Sometimes things don't always work out like they supposed to, and then this is the results that you get. You see all these weeds and stuff growing behind me. These supposed to be um my boxes where I'm growing stuff in them, but I'm growing weeds. But guess what? In the midst of those weeds over there, honey, let me show you. If I could, I would show you a piece of it. But over there in all them weeds that you see behind me, there are sweet potatoes growing in there. So when I start to clean these weeds out right here behind me, though you see a lot of weeds there, there's sweet potatoes growing in this bed. And we gonna dig this bed out together. And remember, I didn't plant no sweet potatoes over there. Y'all remember the last time when we dug this bed out and it had potatoes growing in it that I hadn't planted there, right? Okay, so I left them there. So they've been in there now for a good, probably about 6 months, if not. So there should be some sweet potatoes growing in there when I pull the soil from over there on that side, because we redoing this whole entire thing. So all this whole bed right here behind me, the soil has to be moved from out of there and sifted through and moved to another place. Because we taking everything down from up here off of this slab and redoing it, except for this box that we already did on yesterday and got it together. How many dozens do you get a day? Um, Sometimes it varies because, and I'm going to tell you why it varies on day to day, right? So we got a pen where we got two Brody chickens in there. Um, they'll produce eggs, but my kids keep deciding to give the Brody chickens. They taking eggs from out of the other pens and putting it in there with the Brody chickens to hatch more eggs or whatever. So right now, we probably get about a dozen a day because we also take our chickens to slaughter. We eat them and everything. So what we do is we have a set that we have, and they put out eggs. Like right now, for this week, I probably got 3 dozen of eggs. 3 dozen eggs this week. This week that just went by, we got 3 dozens of eggs this week. But we only have we got about 20 chickens that are not that produce eggs right now. So, you know, and they don't all give eggs every time. Usually this time of the year, they be dormant, like they slow down their production of eggs this time of year. So, but whatever. But we got about 3 dozens from this week alone. So um I'm cooking baked chicken, white basmati rice, and lima beans with cornbread and corn on the cob. Okay, then I cooked lima beans. That's what I cooked last weekend. I cooked lima beans, fried pork chop, yellow rice, and cornbread last week. That's what I cooked last weekend. I understand. I was glad I had just cleaned up my kitchen. I was so happy the fireman didn't catch a dirty kitchen. Ooh. Uh I know that's right, but it is what it is. I'm glad everybody made it out safe, and you know, might got to replace some things, but you still got your life to move on with for sure. I was gonna say, what is he crowing for in the background? It ain't the boy chicken. That's the girls. Every time that whenever they lay an egg, they start making all of that noise. And or either it be something that's hanging around the pen or whatever that they scared of. But she's not doing that because nobody's around them. She actually inside of the box where she just laid an egg at. So she's standing on the outside of the box, letting the whole world know she just went in there and laid the egg. That's what she doing, and she just gotta holler it out. For a whole hour, her egg. She laid the golden egg. That's what that is. Uh, yeah, that's the girl chicken making all that noise. I Tammy, I be trying. And just sometimes I get frustrated and then I throw in the towel, but I always end up right back here at this place because I love gardening. I love gardening. But sometimes, I break away from it and then I come back and I be so grateful for the things that sustained themselves while I was going away from, because it's like this is the second time I walked away from as much stuff as I had growing out here, because y'all know this part of the garden what I'm working on right now, this ain't nothing. That stuff that I had back there, I had almost a half an acre of food planted back there, and I let it all go. It all went down the drain. I can't cry about it. I ain't really gonna cry over spilled milk. And the time that I spent away, I needed that time away. So, you know, I don't regret it. But now, they call us the high class gardeners over here, but we believe in growing stuff. I don't never have a time where I'm not growing something. It's just not on the magnitude that I want to be growing on. You know, it was the first time I had stretched out that big and started growing on that magnitude. And it was all going so well. So I was very proud of it. And it's on here. But you know, hopefully when I finish with this part of the garden right here, I'm gonna have just as much stuff planted in this area right here as I just about as much as I did out there when I finished doing what I'm doing up here. Cause we gonna pack it in and we gonna find that. And at the same time, while we out here growing in this garden, we gonna be growing with our garden. Wherever it is we trying to get to, that's what we gonna be doing. We gonna be growing along with whatever we got growing out here in our garden in real life. Leaving all the snakes, the bugs, and the worms, all of that kind of stuff right there behind. But thank you very much. Do chickens sleep? They absolutely do. Let's say right now at this time, I say around about 7 o'clock, you'll see them. They all migrate to their little boxes or whatever, and they sit inside their box, and then they go to sleep. And probably around about 4 o'clock in the morning, they be right back up again. So they ain't no long sleepers. And the girls only really make noise like that is when they lay an egg. Now, what you hear in the morning time is the boys, the roosters. They be out here crowing in the morning, making all the noise. So they start crowing probably around about 4:30 in the morning. Yeah, that. But it's like when you live around them for so long, you don't even be paying no attention to it. It's just like it actually probably will feel a little crazy to not have them making the noise in the morning. Okay, stay hydrated, y'all. Cause it's hot. I don't know what I did. Yes, Tammy, I'm a hard worker, but today I'm being a hard, lazy worker. I ain't getting up and moving all around, but I'm still getting some stuff done. Cause usually when I come out in the garden on Sunday, I try to come out and just like sit in the garden and enjoy looking at the garden. See, right now would be a good time for me to have my sprinkler on and let the sprinklers be wetting me while I'm out here. Because I already done turned 3 shades darker than what I was when I first came out here. But today, I wanted to do something where I could just sit down and do it and still work towards getting some of the stuff done that I want to get done and still relax and not be out here wearing myself out. So I figured it out. And I know y'all can't really see what I'm doing. The only thing I'm doing is I'm retrieving my garden soil where I done broke down these other beds and everything, and I'm putting the soil in pots so I can plant me some okra up here since I don't have, and I actually have okra plants still growing in the back, but they all shriveling up and turning brown, and they got these real huge okra pods on them. But I'll go and get them and keep them for seeds. But I got so many okra seeds that I don't think I need no more no time soon. I think I got I got three stashes of okra seeds. But I be hanging on to them. But me, I just be like, I can walk around the yard and sling okra seeds everywhere, and if they make it, they make it. Cause if my husband do realize it's an okra plant growing there, he'll go and clear around the area and leave the plant growing. Because sometimes we just throw seeds down on the ground and let them do whatever they going to do. And if we catch them growing, we catch them growing. But we get a lot of stuff that we didn't plant for the year, but it came up because we throwed the seed down there. Okay, y'all, I'm going to fill up this one last bin with dirt because I got a whole bunch of them like behind me that I've already done. Um, but this just helped get some more stuff out of the way. And then I'm going to go down and I'm going to show y'all what it's looking like and what progress we done made for today. And not only for y'all, but to show my own self what progress I'm getting to make this look the way that I see in my dream. Um, and actually step by step, like the way I saw it, I knew this box that I've already made was here, and then everything else I seen that lined with my. You know what? Let me just stop telling y'all about it. I'm gonna just show y'all what it's looking like so far, and then y'all gonna know, and we'll see the vision come together as we complete the boxes all. And y'all see what I'm using? I'm using a dustpan to scrape up my soil because the soil is actually down on this cement, and I'm scraping it up. I told y'all know I be using what I got. So I'm gonna just take what I got and work with it. You understand what I mean? You know how Betty Wright said. I know in that one Betty Wright song, I had to change her lyrics because Betty was talking about some having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. Betty. We is not doing it. Okay. Whew. Okay, y'all, let me get myself situated. And we gonna take a walk down. I don't know what I'm doing here. Hitting all kinds of switches and stuff. But okay. We gonna go down stairs. Ugh. Okay, now let me take y'all this way and show y'all where we was just at. Let me let this out so I don't have to throw y'all everywhere. Okay, so y'all see up there. That's why I just had the umbrella situated at. And let me show you this part over here. See, we started with that side over there where we got sweet potatoes, sweet potato vine, all growing up and down there. And then right there, bell pepper. It got quite a few bell peppers on it. You probably can't see it from over here in this area, but this garden box is the one we made yesterday. It was a different garden box that was there before. You would have to see the older videos to see um what we had there before. And what's happening right now is I'm moving everything up, building everything up higher because I have back issues. And so I want to be able to reach my things and everything without having to do a whole bunch of back bending and everything to get those things done. And see if you can see this bottom part right here. I just finished doing that also. That was up higher and it was bulging out. Y'all done been with me enough times. I done built this bottom part. This the third time, and the third time was the charm. It turned out very good. This time it's at the right height that I want it to be at or whatever. So that's an upper bed, and then this is a lower bed. So y'all see what I'm talking about. Um yeah, that, and while talking to you all today, this is some of the stuff I got done. Okay, so you can see where that box ended, and what I'm doing with those flower pots is I'm gonna line them on the edge going around here until we add on to this box and make it stretch. And then we'll make it go all the way around, all the way around, the way around, and see where we are. We in the back of this garden. We got garden bed down below here in the back, and up here at the top is what you see. And I told y'all I had all those weeds standing behind me. That was behind me. That I was sitting in front of those weeds right there, which was another garden bed. I'm gonna pull the weeds from out of there, but in there, I'm telling you, there's a lot of sweet potatoes growing in there. So, um, and what I'll do, because on this side of the garden bed right here, there is no soil going down the backside. So what I'm gonna do is, as I clean out this bed right here, I'm going to push that soil from up there into this bed down below, amend it and add some newer soil to it, and then therefore starting our bed over again. So you see, this is gonna be a pretty big area, but up down at the bottom, it's like a C shape at the bottom, but the top is going to be more like a U shape. So that's where we is today in our garden. And I've been on here with you all for almost 2 hours, and they were a good 2 hours. And I really appreciate y'all for coming through and hanging out with your girl. I'm gonna give you one more. Let me show y'all the collard green bed. They looking a little tired right now, but y'all know it's hot and they need to be picked. I'm not gonna necessarily eat those. I'm gonna give them to the chickens. Um, and I'll wait till they grow out some more. We got some greens in the house. And then y'all seen we cleaned out this area over here. But this our pineapple bed over there. Let me give y'all a peek in there where I got this thing extended out and y'all can see some of what I can't even see over there. I don't know how many pineapples y'all can see over there in that area that I can't see. Y'all count them out for me. Count them, count them, count them. Because I can't see them. Okay, and there you go. You got a couple of them right out here on the edge. Some there. And hopefully y'all can see because I can't really see. Okay, and this right here, hopefully y'all can see these. Let me see. Yeah, you can see those pineapples right there. Those are the heads that came off of the pineapples that we just recently cut up and ate on the inside of the house. And that is 10 of them, I think. And so my daughter put some mulch that we got here in a pot, put a little water in a lid down there, and she stuck the pineapple heads down in there, which is the same thing, the same exact way that I grow those pineapples over there. There is no dirt in there, there is only mulch, wood chips. A tree company chipped up some wood, gave it to us. That's what's in there. We stuck the pineapple heads down in there, and voila, we have pineapple. The strawberry plants are starting back to do their thing. They popping back up, looking good. This one right here got a stem coming from it, trying to make a new one. So I just throwed it over in that one so it can create another situation. So, but you all today, that is what's going on out in the garden. And I'm gonna show y'all one more thing. Hold on a minute. One more thing I'm gonna show y'all before we end out. Now we over here at our chicken, and these are the babies. Y'all ain't seen them since they hatched, but those are the baby chickens. And that big one that you see in there, that's Shay, and how big she done got. Don't ask me how many babies are in this pen because I do not know. I haven't counted them, and some of them you probably can't even see because they all different colors, gray and everything. But this is our baby chickens, the new babies. That's that in there, and that's Shay, the big chicken that I showed y'all from the beginning. She gonna have a lot of colors on her when she get bigger. So she in here acting like she the mother of all of those babies right there. So, but y'all, I have gave y'all a tour. Thank you, Tashana, for spending time with us. Love you from Georgia. Hey, Tabby from Georgia, y'all over there. Yeah, say Shalissa over there with you over there in Georgia. But you all, I done shared part of my day with you all, and I thank y'all for coming over and sharing part of y'all day with you. Y'all still ain't give me no movie to watch for the day. But anyways, if any of y'all find any good movies that I should watch, put it in the comments up under this video, and I'll come back and check on it a little bit later on. But you all, that's what I have for y'all today. Thank you for coming over and joining me. Where this is Life with Tashana, where life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. But we are the high class gardeners over here. And what does that mean? That just means at all times we making sure we growing something. It doesn't matter what it is that you're growing something, and alone with yourself while you're growing, while you're growing food, make sure you growing along with your food. Putting your life and your planting, your gardening life together. But the high class part just means, we make sure we grow some food and stuff. But we ain't out here playing around with no bugs, no worms, and no snakes. And that qualifies us as high class. Now they say, Miss Shauna, how you a gardener and you don't mess around with none of those things? You heard what I said. I said I grow food. I don't mess around with none of that stuff. Honey, when the snakes and the bugs and stuff start to come up, if it ain't somebody else here gonna do it, it ain't gonna get done. The bugs gonna enjoy this good old food that I'm growing. But thank God for the people that is over here that ain't scared of that kind of stuff, cause I don't handle none of that, and that qualifies me as a high class gardener. So if you want to be a high class gardener, you can be one too. Cause I know a lot of us women folks, we don't like to play around with that type of stuff. So grow you some food. Grow you some food. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all the next time, and I really appreciate y'all for coming through. See y'all later.